the recent onslaught of Typhoon O1. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Chair, may I also pass on joint and collective motion giving thanks and gratitude to Land Bank of the Philippines.
Joint and collective. Next item, please.
The letter dated December 2, 2025, of Honorable City Mayor requesting for a resolution formally endorsing and expressing its full support for the city's request for financial assistance from Senator Emmanuel Joel Villanueva for the construction of the Center for Safety and Resilience.
Councilor Omar Buenafe.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Request of the city mayor to address to Senator Joel Villanueva, Senate of the Philippines, following up the pledge of the good senator for the third phase of the construction or continuation of the construction of the Center for Safety and Resilience. That is now on its finishing stages at the Baratas Development Complex. And it amounts to 180 million. Likewise, she is also requesting the good senator to support the construction of the Naga Convention Center project. So, with this, Mr. Chair, she is requesting a passage of a resolution by the Sangguniang Panlungsod formally endorsing and expressing its full support for the Naga city government's request. So, I move, Mr. Chair, that we pass a resolution formally endorsing and expressing its full support for the Naga city government's requests as written by our Mayor Maria Leonor Herona.
Any second?
Robredo.
Any
Joint and collective motion, Mr. Chair.
joint and collective.
The letter dated December 2, 2025, of Honorable City Mayor requesting for the passage of a resolution formally endorsing and expressing the city's request from Senator Risa Ontiveros for financial assistance for the construction of the city's first central warehouse.
Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
The need for a warehouse has long been requested by our General Services Department. So I move that we authorize the city mayor to
Expressing support. Expressing support.
to seek assistance from the Honorable Senator Risa H. Hontiveros for the construction of that said central warehouse. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
The letter dated December 1, 2025, Honorable City Mayor requesting for a resolution formally endorsing and expressing the city's request from Senator Francis Joseph Escudero for funding assistance for certain priority infra projects.
Before
of
we
the city
tackle that
government.
particular item, let's go back to item number 2. And I wish to acknowledge the presence of Attorney Domina Rances and former Councilor Ray Ann Rentoy, representing the City Mayor's Office. The rules are suspended.
Item number 2, Your Honors, is the letter dated December 3, 2025, of Honorable City Mayor requesting for the passage of a resolution creating the Human Resource Merit Promotion and Selection Board and the Performance Management Team of the City Government.
Councilor Elmer Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may I request to the Secretariat to plus on screen the composition of the said board, pataas tabitin. First, Mr. Chair, may we know if a non-regular or permanent employee of the city government be a member of the Personal Selection Board?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. And
Good morning.
Yes, I can confirm that they can be regular members. There is no prohibition in the 2025 Omnibus Rules on Appointments by the CSC.
Reaction from Councilor Baldimoro.
Mr. Chair, I don't know if I am right, but on the civil service rules, it is only a permanent employee allowed to be a member. Mr. Chair, I'm not questioning the capability of the said person. First, Mr. Chair, may we know the employment status of Melissa Siglindi Borromeo Bulaong and Dave Bercasio?
I believe they are under contract, so they're contractual employees.
So meaning,
Contracts of service.
Mr. Chair, they are not permanent employee.
That is correct, Mr. Chair.
Yes. So that's my query, Mr. Chair. Since, on my understanding, only a permanent and regular employee should be the composition of the
What
personal.
will be the major function of this particular entity? Attorney.
Mr. Chair, if this body may be guided, may I refer you to Section 19 of the 2025 Omnibus Rules? Maybe if you can pull up a copy, so you can see there the composition, and you can clearly see that there's no prohibition. If it's, I will pull up.
No,
my
I just
copy
wish to
and
know
read if
the principal function of this organization or entity.
it's for the Personal Selection Board, Mr.
For the
Chair.
what?
Personal Selection Board, in order to determine the competency of the personnel who are applying in the city government.
Oh. Yes, Councilor Baldimoro.
Yes, Mr. Chair, as I manifested a while ago, I am not questioning the capability of the said two person. They are much capable. However, on the authority and accountability, they are not a regular employee of the city government.
So in other
of
words,
Naga.
Attorney, this will function as the Personnel Selection Board?
That is correct, Mr. Chair.
I agree with Councilor Baldimoro. I haven't seen a Personnel Selection Board composed of contractual employees. Councilor Mendoza, you have been here for more than 30 years.
31.5 years.
31.5 years.
I agree with the contention of Councilor Elmer Baldimoro. I have no doubt about the competence of SIG and Dave insofar as their membership in a screening committee is concerned. But if you look at Section 90 of the 2025 ORA, there is an enumeration of the members. It states under Section 90, the HRM PSB shall be composed of the following, and there is an enumeration. And all enumerated positions are are permanent employees. So I would conclude that given the specific enumeration, only those enumerated may be included in the board.
Yes, Attorney.
In the same section, Your Honor, you can see in the latter part of the paragraph, it is stated there that the composition may be expanded. And there's no prohibition saying that only regular employees may be members of that committee.
Councilor Mendoza.
I have full respect with the opinion of our representative from the CMO, but the expansion would mean that the same qualifications as the original members should also be existing in the additional members of the HRM in the PSB in case it would be expanded.
There are no statements of qualification in the same section, Mr. Chair. There are only an enumeration of the persons who may be members. The chair would be the mayor or his duly authorized representative. Even in that regard, the chair is not even required to be a regular employee.
So
But as
you,
to the
yeah, so
members-
you are saying that even a non-regular employee can be a member of that PSB entity?
Yes, Your Honor, as long as the required members by law are also members.
We are in trouble here. Although, yes, we have another lawyer, Attorney Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, the Honorable Baldemoro cited a civil service provision. Perhaps we can look that up first. Because yes, Mr. Chairman, but other than that, I believe there is a provision under the civil service rules providing that only permanent members may be included as members of the Personnel Selection Board. If the LGU may want to include non-permanent members, I believe they can be included as external resource persons with no voting rights. That is my understanding about it.
But the dean here is insisting that we can include those who are not regular members of the LGU-Naga.
There is also no provision for non-voting members, Mr. Chair.
Non-voting.
There is, yes, Mr. There is no provision for non-voting members of that committee.
So you're saying that since this was not mentioned categorically in the provision cited by Frank, then we can include members who are not permanent.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
In law, Attorney Rosales, what is that principle? When something is not mentioned?
What is not included?
Also, Mr. Chair, if I may, because this is a, I think this CSC law was only enacted in this year, in April of this year. So these are new rules, new provisions. So I understand if there may be conflicting opinions about it, especially those who are used to probably to the old rules.
Are you saying that this was just enacted?
In April 2025.
This year?
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Chair.
Councilor Baldemoro.
Mr. Chair, we are passing, the request is for the passing of a legislative action. So we might as well as be sure about the content of our legislative action. With due respect to Attorney Nina, could we seek a legal opinion from our city legal officer?
Let me clarify, Dean Domnina, we are not against this particular proposal. We are just trying to check whether what we are doing is correct. In fact, a few minutes ago, I was asking Councilor Baldemoro whether we can come up with a resolution creating this particular group.
Mr. Chair, it is specifically provided in the same section that a resolution from the Sangguniang is required in order to constitute this committee.
So you are saying that we can do it
It is required.
using a resolution.
Yes, before this committee may be constituted, there has to be a resolution from the Sangguniang.
Actually, we invited the city legal officer to help us out in this particular discussion. Yes, Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez.
Yes, Mr. Chair, if we are referring this to the City Legal Office, can we do it now? Can we request their presence now?
How's
Mr.
it
Chair,
again?
If we are indeed referring this matter to the City Legal Office, may we request that they be present now so that we can dispose of the matter?
Yes, I already directed the Secretariat to invite the city legal officer, and let me acknowledge the presence of Councilor Aris Macaraig.
Thank you, Your Honor. I pardon for the late attendance. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As to the query whether a resolution is required from the Sangguniang Panlungsod, the rule is quite clear. It is required. Under the same ora issuance of the Civil Service Commission, it states, for local government units, the HRM PSB members shall be determined through a resolution of the Sangguniang concerned, pursuant to Section 80 of RA number 71.
So resolution is good enough.
Yes, it is in order.
And now, the only thing we have to resolve is whether employees who are not regular employees can be part of this group. Councilor Mendoza.
Just additional information, Mr. Chair. The local government code provision does not really mention that the members of the PSB should be permanent or career employees of the government. Silent. So maybe that was the basis for the mayor's office to include those members. But we should also treat that issuance of the Civil Service Commission as the implementing rule for that particular provision of the local government code. And that implementing rule enumerated only permanent employees. So if there are any additional members, then it should follow the qualification of the regular members.
Okay.
But that is only my opinion, Mr. Chair. I would respect the opinion of the City Legal Office.
Yeah, of course, I fully respect the opinions of the Dean of the College of Law of Ateneo de Naga, but we have to be sure. Councilor Baldimoro.
Chair, marayon po ang intention kang satuyang alkalde for the regularization of our employee. Kaya lang, baka may mag-question duman sa process of appointment and isite si composition of the PSB. And this composition of PSB, sila na po ang makompose ng PSB for the entire term of our mayor. So, bako lang iningon yan. Maray, kung dainggayo competitive itong pagpili, may mga instances na talagang minsan nga nag-iiriwal and nagkakarasuhan. Hirakman kang mga ma-appoint kung mate-technical lang on the composition of the PSB. That's my worry, Mr. Chair.
Okay, I agree with you. So where is the city legal officer? So again, we will defer discussion of this particular issue with apologies to the representatives coming from the city mayor's office. We will be waiting for the city legal officer.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. The rules are in force.
The letter dated December 1, 2025 of the Honorable City Mayor requesting for a resolution formally endorsing and expressing support to the city's request from Senator Francis Joseph Chis Escudero for funding assistance for several priority infra projects of the city government.
Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I move for the passage of a resolution authorizing the city mayor to formally endorse and request to Senator Francis Chis Escudero funding assistance for several priority infrastructure projects as enumerated in the said letter. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
On joint and collective,
Joint and collective. Next item, please.
Estrada. The letter dated December 2, 2025 of the Honorable City Mayor requesting for a resolution formally endorsing, expressing full support to the city's request from Senator Jose Ercito Estrada Jr. for funding assistance for the construction, repair, and rehabilitation of the Naga City Civic Center.
Again, Councilor Mendoza.
may I move, Mr. Chair, for the passage of a resolution expressing full support and endorsement of the request of the City Mayor to Senator Jose Ejercito Estrada Jr. For the provision of funding for certain infrastructure projects as enumerated in the said request. So move, Mr. Chair.
Joint collective.
Joint and collective.
The letter dated November 29, 2025, Honorable City Mayor requesting for authority to negotiate for the acquisition of parcels of land and donation with Mr. Eugene Abella and Ms. Socorro Torrijos, heirs of Mercedes and Abella, whose properties are located in Sitio Salongigi, Barangay Cararayan.
Councilor Jesse Albios.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The request of the City Mayor is for an authority to negotiate for the acquisition of parcel of land and donation with Mr. Eugene Abella and Ms. Socorro Tojeros and heirs of Mercedes Abella, whose properties are located at Sitio Salongigi in Barangay Cararayan, Naga City, with 5 parcels of land totaling 3.5 hectares intended for the socialized housing project of the city in Barangay Cararayan. So may I move that we pass a resolution authorizing the City Mayor for such purpose. So move, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilor Aris.
may I request that I be allowed to speak sitting down?
Why?
My back is reminding me of my age.
How's it again?
My back is reminding me of my young age, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
The heirs of Mercedes Abella are in my personal knowledge, Mercedes Abella has 2 children, and these children, one is abroad and one is in Manila with a medical condition, I think. With that said, Mr. Chair, may we know if these heirs have a document to prove that they really are the representative of Mercedes Abella?
Councilor Albios.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think it was 2 weeks ago where I saw Mr. Eugene Abella and certain heirs of Mercedes Abella at the mayor's office, and the request is to negotiate for the acquisition of parcel of land. So during the negotiation, Mr. Chair, the documents will be requested, of course, by the office of the City Mayor.
So we have no problem with that. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Next item, please.
The letter dated December 2, 2025 of the Honorable City Mayor requesting for authority to enter into and negotiate the donation of property with an area of 14,334 square meters located in situ sa Lunggigi in Cararayan, being offered by the Del Castillo family.
Is that Salvador del Castillo?
Again, Councilor Jesse Albios, the chairman of the Committee on Land Use.
Yes, Mr. Chair, the Del Castillo family offered a donation of 14,334 square meters in situ sa Lunggigi in Barangay Cararayan, Naga City, for the purpose of the socialized housing program of the city government of Naga. So may I move that we pass a resolution authorizing the city mayor to enter into and negotiate the donation of property with an area of 14,334 with the Del Castillo family. So, Mr. Chair.
Joint and collective.
Joint collective.
And then we come up with a resolution of thanks to the family.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Joint and collective. We wish to acknowledge the presence of the city legal officer, Attorney Angel Ohastro. So we will go back to the controversial item number 2. The rules are suspended. Attorney Ohastro, please. We have this
morning,
request,
Your Honors.
Attorney, we have this request coming from the City Mayor's office. And this request is for the passage of a resolution creating a personnel selection board. We resolved the first problem, whether we can come up with this unit or entity with just a resolution. It was checked and researched by Councilor Mendoza that we could do it. And the second problem is the composition of the board. Is it possible or is it correct to include members who are not permanent members of the local government unit of the city of Naga, the permanent employees?
Yeah. Thank you again, Mr. Chair, and to the honorable members of the council. Actually, this is the first time that I'm looking at it. It hasn't been passed to my office for comment, but on the question of whether or not there could be members of the board who are not members of permanent, not regular. I have reservations about that, Mr. Chair, because this board normally would have to make decisions that affect the organizational structure of the city government, and necessarily based on past experiences and even on pertinent civil service rules. Decision-making bodies of this nature must be composed of those that are regular.
Yeah,
So
that was
I have
mentioned by
yes.
our colleague, Councilor Elmer Ballimoro. And Councilor Frank Mendoza also cited a provision from the Civil Service Commission stating that only permanent employees should be part of that board.
And
So,
yes.
but then the representative coming from the mayor's office, the dean of the Ateneo de Naga University, Attorney Domnina Rances, was saying that even non-regular employees can be members of this particular board.
My initial position, Mr. Chair, is that they could be, but only for coordination purposes. I think for decision-making purposes, they may be not be able to participate in the actual voting for any decision.
So in other words, they cannot vote.
That is my preliminary position, Your Honor. Because they are members, I see the list. They are the members of the transition team under the mayor's office. So normally what they do is to head the coordination of the specific tasks that are given by the mayor. But insofar as decision making, they always refer that to the city mayor. So I suppose that for this board, they could not vote in making decisions. But they could be members for purposes of facilitating, coordinating with the mayor's office only. Yeah.
Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
Mr. Chair, just to give additional background to our city legal office, sir, under Section 80 of the ORA 2025 ORA, Section 90, there is an enumeration of the members of the PSB, and for local government units, the chairperson is the city mayor or her authorized representative. The members are head of organization where vacancy exists, that's the first member. Second member, HRMO or the career service employee directly responsible for recruitment. So career service employee po siya. Another members are 2 regular and alternate representatives of the rank and file, career employees from the first level and from the second level. In other words, the enumeration is clear that all members of the PSB are career employees. My contention is that even if the same is expanded, the same qualification should be possessed by those who will be added to the membership.
Yep.
Thank you, Councilor Mendoza. So what will be the final decision of the city legal officer? You were telling us that your previous pronouncement was preliminary. Now, can you come up with a final
Yes, Mr. Chair.
pronouncement on this issue?
I'm also looking at CSE Memorandum Circular number 3 series of 2001, which requires that the PSB be composed of officials who are permanent regular employees of the agency. And the rationale is that only career service officers can exercise the delegated authority to evaluate the qualifications of employees. So why regular officers? Because it ensures objectivity and accountability in appointments. And it also protects against conflicts of interest and irregular influence. It also guarantees that recommendations are audit defensible and compliant with CSE rules. And that also upholds the, I think, the merit system. And only those with career service standing can safeguard the principle of merit and fitness. So that is the stand of my office.
Only the regular employees are qualified to be part of this board.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And
So-
if ever a non-regular employee will be included, then he or she will just be an observer.
In that sense, yes, Mr. Chair. And as observer, they can help still coordinate coordinating functions.
But he or she cannot vote.
Cannot vote.
Councilor Balimoro, I think you were the one telling us about the consequences of such a move.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Could I request again the Secretariat to plus the composition? Mr. Chair, if this is so urgent, why not choose from among the department head? May mga matitibay pa kitang department head na pwedeng maging member kayang PSB. On that particular composition, mayo po from the HRMO. I suggest the city legal officer must be the co-chair. The city legal officer must be a member. And may iba pa kitang department head. Why not risking yung composition na later on, baka makaigo kitang problema. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Baldemoro. So, what is your suggested format of this particular board? Shall we still include the non-regular employees?
No.
But they cannot vote?
No, Mr. Chair. We return this matter to the City Mayor's office and submit to us again the composition. And also, Mr. Chair, if I may, pataas-taas din, baka pwede po yung president of the Nasalgaya mayong pangaran and also the second level and the first level representative. Yan pong second level and first level ang nagsasubmit kayan Nasalgaya. And the president, ngunyan po may bago ng presidente, and I understand that the term for Nasalgaya is only 2 years. So maybe for 2027, may bago na naman ng presidente. So they nalagan pangaran, the president of Nasalgaya and second level and first level only. No name should be indicated on the composition. And also, I also noticed, Mr. Chair, si department head of the concerned offices dapat
Should be included.
should be included, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, I believe.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Baldemoro. Thank you. Yes, Councilor Nathan Serio.
Chairman, I support the idea of Councilor Elmer that this particular proposed resolution be returned to the Office of the City Mayor with the instruction that this be adjusted or amended para si mga pinag-urulayan digdi, si mga concerns ma-address. And sa pag-finalize kayan, involve ang legal
At least the
office.
city legal officers
Involve ang
come
legal
up with
office
a
sa
final
sindana sa level kang
pronouncement.
executive. Pero pag-abot din sa to, planchado na. And
No,
we calendar this next.
No, we can invite back the representatives coming from the city mayor's office
Kundi
so
ang
that we can finalize this because there is a mark there that it's an urgent appeal from the city mayor's. So we may as well resolve this now.
Later, siguro
Later,
pwede.
yeah.
Pero kung pwedeng adjust na ninda, i-presenter sa to, si Arreglado na.
Yes, we will make the necessary adjustments here.
Yes.
Okay?
Thank you.
Councilor Aris.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just to give a a legal point of view to Memorandum Circular Number 3, Series of 2001. It states here that in number 6, a personnel selection board for first and second level positions shall be established in every agency, preferably with the following composition. It does not mandate that all members should be permanent employees. It only states preferably, meaning it's only a proposal or it's only a suggestion. This memorandum circular suggests.
That memorandum circular was issued by what agency?
By the Civil Service Commission, Mr. Chair,
Civil Service Commission?
by Corazon Alma de Leon in 26 of January 2001.
2001. And Councilor Mendoza, where did you get that particular
2000.
provision?
This refers to the 2025 ORA. Also, known as omnibus rules and omnibus rules on appointments and other human resource actions. So this would supplant any prior issuance of the Civil Service Commission on the same, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so do you agree, Councilor Aris Macaraig, because the provision you cited was dated 2001 and the provision cited by Councilor Mendoza was dated 2025.
Yes, it's the latest, Mr. Chair, but as regards the membership of the Personnel Selection Board in the Ora-Ora,
Was there the use of the word preferably?
I cannot find the word preferably, Mr. Chair.
Councilor Mendoza.
The word, Mr. Chair, is, if I may read, Section 90, the HRMPSB shall be composed of the following.
Okay, so it's really binding. And Councilor Jefferson Felix.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Under the same Memorandum Circular number 8, may we check if Section 133 and 134 is applicable on this matter, Mr. Chair?
Section what?
133 and 134 under the prohibitions.
133. 133. Oh, that's categorically stated there. No person appointed to a position in the non-career service shall perform the duties properly belonging to any position in the career service. Now, can we invite the representatives from the mayor's office? Dean, it's now quite clear. So your argument of the absence of a clear-cut provision is addressed by this particular section.
It's not tangential to the issue here, Mr. Chair. We're not saying that the non-regular employees can perform the functions of career employees. We're just saying that they may also be allowed in the membership of that committee with the same voting rights. They are not trying to supplant the functions of a career employee.
But Councilor Mendoza read a provision. Can you again read that provision?
Section?
Stating that only regular employees should be part of the board?
With due respect, Mr. Chair, the provision does not specifically state that. It only enumerates the members of the PSB, which happen to be all career service or permanent employees of a local government unit. So given that enumeration, the only thing we can conclude is that they should be permanent employees to be qualified to be members of the PSB, including any additional members in case the city mayor or the Sangguniang would decide to expand the membership.
If we can flash the table, we can see there that not all of the members are actually career employees. I think there are only 2 that are specifically required to be career employees in that table.
Okay, please flash that particular provision.
if we can see that the person should be the LCE or his duly authorized representative. Again, it does not qualify who the authorized representative could be. Second, head of organizational unit where vacancy exists, or his or her designated alternate. We can presume that the head of the organization is a career employee, but again, it's not stated. Third, HMRO, or the career service employee directly responsible for recruitment, selection, placement, or his or her duly authorized representative. Again, we can reasonably presume that that's a career, but it's not clearly stated. Then, letter D, 2 regular and alternate representatives of the rank and file career employees. That statement there of career employees does not actually qualify the rank and file, who are members of that committee, but they are representatives of the rank and file career employees. Again, it may be presumed that they can be career employees, but the other interpretation is also reasonable. But in any case, nowhere is it there stated that non-career personnel are prohibited from sitting on that committee or board.
Comment from Councilor Mendoza.
If I may request the Secretariat to expand that column, referring to the local government. Okay, we start with the head. Okay. The members would be the LCE. So, no debate on that, but manaman issue dyan kung career o bako. It's given. The other members are, paki-scroll po pababa. Head of organizational unit. By implication, that is a career position, considering that would refer to the department head. And letter C, HRMO, or the career service employee. Again, that's a career. And letter D, 2 regular and alternate representatives of the rank and file career employees. There is no comma between rank and file and career, so that career description would apply to the rank and file. So all enumeration refer to career employees, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Dean, reaction.
I do not agree with the reading, but also you can see that even the designated representative of any one of those may be members, and it doesn't say that those designated representatives should be career. Again, we're just assuming that these people would be career employees because that's what we are used to.
Councilor Baldimoro.
Mr. Chair, why we are still risking if we pursue the composition having a non-regular employee? Why not instead choose among from the department head? Why still insisting for a membership of a non-regular employee? Dakol pa kitang pwedeng pilian na department head na pwedeng maging member dyan. Why is insisting for a non-regular employee?
Why don't you ask the mayor?
Yes. Yeah, I'm asking the representative of the mayor.
Yes. Councilor Aris Magaraig.
Mr. Chair, we cannot
You are now standing. You are now standing.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Uh-huh.
We cannot supplant the wisdom of the mayor, Mr. Chair, if she wants other members to be included. Section 92 of the 2025 rules, Section 92. It's clearly stated that the membership can be modified so long as it conforms to the minimum prescribed composition. So we take it to mean that the word modified means that the membership can be expanded but cannot be reduced. Now, There is also a rule that states that
But there is a provision there that it should conform
Yes.
to the prescribed.
yes, Mr. Chair, but
Composition.
it can be modified. It clearly states it can be modified.
Precisely. It can
We
be
think
modified, but
it should
it should
conform.
be in accordance with the prescribed
So the only
composition.
Yes, Mr. Chair. So the only reasonable interpretation would be it can be expanded. Other members can be added. Now, there is a rule in law, Mr. Chair, that if it is the wisdom of the civil service to require only permanent employees to be members of the HRMPSB, then it should have said so easily. It did not prohibit specifically membership from non-permanent members. For example, Mr. Chair, the LCE, members of the Sangguniang are not permanent employees, but we are there. Now, if the Civil Service Commission prohibits, then it should have been here clearly. But there is no such prohibition, Mr. Chair. Only we can modify, meaning we can add members, other members, because we cannot arrogate upon ourselves that we know about personnel hiring. There are experts. There are other people who has the confidence of the city mayor, who is the ultimate person to appoint. Now, if she asks for help from any other, if we are the city mayor, then we will ask for help, regardless of whether this is a permanent employee or not, so long as it does not contravene the specific letters of the Civil Service Commission. And it is my submission, Mr. Chair, that the order of the Honorable City Mayor does not contradict the Civil
Thank you,
Service.
Councilor Aris Macaraig. Yes, Councilor Jefferson Felix.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Can we go back to section 134 and 135? May I ask, Mr. Chair, if these provisions are applicable to the matter that we are discussing?
134 and 135. Where's 135? What is your reaction, Councilor Mendoza?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think Section 135 would settle the issue. No institution or individual contract of service employee shall be made to perform functions pertaining to regular positions or be designated to positions exercising control. That does not apply to the issue at hand. But the previous phrase, pertaining to regular positions, that would refer to the composition of the PSB. So what that provision would state is that any additional employee who are not career or permanent employees, in other words, they may be contract of service employees, may not be made to perform functions pertaining to the regular positions as those designated as members of the PSB. Kung ilikonta po sa PSB, ang mga members, very clear, career service employees with particular functions. Those functions cannot be performed by personnel other than regular employees.
Thank you, Councilor Mendoza. Dean Domnina.
I submit, Mr. Chair, that these are not applicable because the members of the board will not be exercising control or supervision on any employee. Actually, what they will just do is to recommend. And the recommendation does not just concern the appointment to permanent position, but to all appointments. So that includes job orders, similarly situated contractual, and other personnel actions relating to appointment, but no control or supervision over any employee.
Yes, Councilor Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, ang malinaw po ni Mr. Chairman, the members of the Personnel Selection Board is determined by resolution of the Sangguniang Panlungsod. So it is up for us to decide. We don't even have to return it to the city mayor anymore. We can decide now if we will adopt the proposed memberships, or we can identify based on what is provided under the guidelines of the Civil Service Commission.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Rosales. Any other comment? Thank you, Dean Domina Rances and former Councilor Ray Andrantoy and City Legal Officer Angel Ohastro.
Thank you,
The
Mr.
rules
Chair,
are-
and to the honorable body.
Now in force. So, motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we refer this to the committee for further deliberation. And
Committee
that
on?
Organizational development.
Any second?
If we
to the-
cannot decide that today, Mr. Chairman, we might as well give ourselves more time to think about it.
So are you saying that we won't decide on this particular issue now?
If we can't decide yet, Mr. Chairman, I can't decide yet. Perhaps.
You were telling us that the Sangguniang
Yes, we can.
Panlungsod has
But
the
as
sole
to the
authority.
specific members to be identified in the resolution, Mr. Chairman, you might as well redraft it first and submit it to the Sangguniang for clarity.
Okay, so you have the motion to refer this to the Committee on Organizational. Any second?
I object, Mr. Chair.
Any objection?
I object, Mr. Chair.
Object.
Two objections. Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
With due respect to the proponent, there is a need to have this PSB already activated because if the body would recall, we passed an ordinance to regularize long-serving casual employees, and that would need the existence of a PSB. May I propose an amendment that we defer consideration of this matter after we have a recess?
Are you in favor of that particular proposal, Councilor Rosales?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
So
move.
we will take a recess. Okay, okay. Session resumed. Mr. Secretary?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
may I request reconsideration of the previous decision of this body regarding the proposal to refer that particular resolution to the Committee on Reorganization, which I amended that it be decided upon after the recess. I am withdrawing that motion,
Amendment.
and I would request the body to reconsider the same so that the original motion of Councilor Rosales be considered.
Thank you, Councilor Mendoza. Councilor Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, I reiterate the motion to refer to the committee.
Any second? Any objection?
I object, Mr. Chair.
So there is an objection coming from Councilor Aris Macaraig, so we will divide the House. Who are in favor of the motion of Councilor Rosales?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10. Who are not in favor of the motion? 1.
One.
So 10-1, it's approved. We will refer this to the Committee on Organization,
Yep.
headed by Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez. Next item,
The
please.
letter dated December 1, 2025, of the Honorable City Mayor requesting for the passage of an ordinance appropriating the amount of 4,550,000 out of the savings from personal services accounts from November 1 to 30, 2025, and appropriating the same for the implementation of certain essential program of the city government.
Councilor Baldimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may I move for a passage of an ordinance appropriating the amount of 4,550,000 out of the savings from the personal services account from November 1 to 30, 2025, and appropriating the same for the Queen distribution. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
The letter dated December 1, 2025 of the Honorable City Mayor requesting for endorsement or support through the passage of a resolution concerning the matter involving resolution number 2025-009 of the City Development Council.
Comment? Councilor Elmer Baldimoro.
I move, Mr. Chair, for on joint and collective motion for a passage of a resolution endorsing the City Development Council resolution.
Joint and collective. Next item, please.
The letter dated December 4, 2025 of the Honorable City Mayor requesting for authority to enter into, negotiate, and sign the Memorandum of Agreement with SBT Regix Pharmaceuticals Incorporated for the provision of medicines and supplies under the Naga City General Hospital Consignment Program.
Dr. Gail Abunal Gomez.
Mr. Chair, for the provision of medicines and supplies, the SBT Regix Pharmaceuticals has engaged their services. Therefore, Mr. Chair, may I move for the passage of a resolution that we authorize the City Mayor to enter into such agreement with SBT Regix Pharmaceuticals Incorporated. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item,
The
please.
proposed amendment to the rules of procedures of the 15th Sangguniang.
Councilor Baldimoro.
Drawing my proposed amendment to the internal rules.
Thank you, Councilor Elmer Baldimoro. Next item, please.
Unfinished business, the proposed ordinance of Honorable Jessier Albios and Senior Citizen Councilor Simeon Jesus Adan Jr. recognizing, organizing, and integrating the informal waste sector in the city's solid waste management system.
This will be for third and final reading.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
Mr. Chair.
Councilor Albios.
Yes, Mr. Chair, this proposed ordinance on the informal waste sector was approved on second reading during the last two regular sessions. So may I move that this proposed ordinance recognizing, organizing, accrediting, and integrating the informal waste sector into the City of Naga's solid waste management system, defining the rights and their responsibilities, establishing support mechanisms, creating a multi-stakeholder technical working group, and providing funds, therefore, be approved on third and final reading.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
The proposed ordinance of Honorable Jesse R. Albius and Senior Citizen Councilor Adan establishing a dental clinic in the city of, in Our Lady of Lourdes Infirmary in Barangay Carolina to enhance oral health services for residents of the upper barangays of the city.
Again, this is for third and final reading.
These are pending with the Committee on Organizational Development, Mr. Chair. Items number 2 and 3.
So we will refer item number 2 and item number 3 to the Committee on Organization.
The letter dated November 25, 2025 of Ms. Army Gunay, I-Governance Program Director, submitting feedbacks gathered from social media channels on proposed ordinance establishing the Naga City General Hospital Dental Clinic.
Again, Councilor Albios. So it's with the Committee on Organizational Development. Next item, please.
The report of the Committee on Environment and Energy.
The report of the Committee on Environment and Energy, headed by Councilor Jude Jokno.
Good morning, Mr. Presiding Officer. May I request acknowledgement on the report on Committee on Environment and Energy.
Your report is duly acknowledged. And by the way, we wish to acknowledge the presence of the students from the Universidad de Santa Isabel. Welcome to the Sangguniang Panlungsod.
Okay.
Proceed with your committee report.
The committee hearing was held last November 20, 2025.
Was there a quorum?
There was no quorum. That's why the committee resolved to continue with the discussion and requested
we are
that the
again
plenary-
convening ourselves into the Committee of the Whole.
First item, revised proposed ordinance authored by Honorable Jesse R. Albius and Senior Citizen Councilor Simeon Adan, regulating the proper handling and disposal of used oil and grease trap of all establishments in the city of Naga and providing penalties for the violations thereof. May I proceed to the disposition?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend returning the proposed ordinance to its author for necessary revisions, incorporating the comments and recommendations raised during the committee hearing, as well as those arising from the I-Engage publication. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Item number 2, Mr. Chair, revised proposed ordinance authored by Honorable Jesse R. Albius and Senior Citizen Councilor Simeon Jesus Biadan Jr., requiring submission of a comprehensive environment management plan for building permit applications in the city of Naga and providing penalties thereof. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend returning the proposed ordinance to its author for necessary revisions, incorporating the comments and recommendations raised during the committee hearing, as well as those arising from the I-Engage publication. Resolved further to request the Philippine Institute of Environmental Planners, PIEP, Camarines Sur Chapter, to submit to the Sangguniang Panlungsod their proposed minimum contents on environmental management plan for consideration. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Will you not come up with two separate resolutions?
Yes, Mr. Chair. The first resolution is to for the committee to resolve to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend returning the proposed ordinance to its author for the necessary revisions, incorporating the comments and recommendation raised during the committee hearing, as well as those arising from the I Engage publication. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next, second disposition, resolve further to request the Philippine Institute of Environmental Planners, PIEP, Camarines Sur Chapter, to submit to the Sangguniang Panlungsod their proposed minimum contents of an environmental management plan for consideration. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That ends my report, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Diokno. Next item, please.
The undated letter of ENP Adolfo Encila Jr. submitting his comments and recommendations to the proposed ordinance of Honorable J.S.R. Albius, providing control measure for the transport, recycling, processing, storage, and disposal of used oil, cooking oil, and grease trap waste of all establishments in the city.
Councilor Albios.
On environment, Mr. Chair.
So it's with the Committee on Environment.
Copy of Resolution number 2025-07 of the Naga City Health Board favorably endorsing the proposed ordinance of Honorable Vito Sibora II, establishing the Naga City Comprehensive STI, HIV, and AIDS Prevention, Treatment, Care, and Support Program.
Councilor Dr. Gail Abunal Gomez.
Mr. Chair, the proposed ordinance has been referred to the Committee on Health. So this is immaterial, Mr. Chair.
So this was referred to the Committee on Health.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Copy of Resolution number 2025-06 of the Naga City Health Board favorably endorsing the 2026 proposed annual budget of the Naga City Health Office 1 and 2, the Naga City General Hospital, and Our Lady of Lourdes Infirmary.
Councilor Baldimoro.
May we know, Mr. Chair, if this was already included in the submitted annual budget of the city?
Who can answer the question of Councilor Baldimoro?
Your Honors, if I may, attached is the program appropriation and obligation by object of the City Health Office 1, signed by Dr. Amoranto, the Budget Officer, and the Honorable City Mayor.
So, this particular budget is now being submitted to the Committee on Appropriations.
Yes. There is already a submitted budget, Mr. Chair, and this was scheduled for the committee hearing next week.
Okay. Thank you. Next item, please.
The report of the joint hearing of the Committees on Infrastructure and Disaster Risk and Resiliency Committee.
Committee report of the Committee on Infrastructure and the Committee on Disaster Risk and Resiliency. It will be delivered by Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I request acknowledgement of the report of the Committee on Infra and Committee on Disaster Risk and Resilience.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The committee hearing was conducted on and there was a quorum during the committee hearing.
There was a quorum.
Yes, Mr.
Thank
Chair.
you, thank you.
First item, Resolution number 18, Series of 2025 of the Naga City People's Council, urging the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Naga City to conduct an investigation in aid of legislation on the implementation of infrastructure projects in the city. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable Melvin Buenafe, seconded by Honorable Wilfredo Jude A. Jokno and Engineer Herlin de los Reyes, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod, number 1, to support the move of the Naga City People's Council to create an independent oversight and monitoring team and to consider its request to conduct an investigation and aid of legislation on the implementation of infra projects in the city of Naga. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Secondly, to direct the Secretariat to reiterate the request to the DPWH for complete project documents, including plans, drawings, and designs of all the projects implemented within the city of Naga. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next item is the proposed ordinance sponsored by Honorable Alan Aris Macaraig and Honorable Teresa M. Camata relative to the rainwater runoff mitigation. May I move to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable Melvin Ramon G. Buenafe, seconded by Honorable Wilfredo Jokno and Engineer Herlin de los Reyes, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod that the proposed ordinance be returned to the proponent for revision, taking into consideration the recommendations and suggestions raised by the committee members and guests during the committee hearing. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Third item is the proposed ordinance authored by Honorable Alan Ruiz C. Macaraig requiring a project feasibility study for all public infra projects funded or executed by the city government of Naga and its barangays. May I move to the disposition,
Yes, please.
Mr. Chair? On motion of Honorable Alan Aris Macaraig, seconded by Honorable Gail Abunal Gomez and Honorable Melvin Buenafe, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod that the proposed ordinance be returned to the proponent for revision, taking into consideration the recommendations and suggestions raised by the committee members and guests during the committee hearing. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That ends my report.
Thank you, Councilor Frank Mendoza.
The report of the Committee on Agriculture.
Again, Councilor Frank Mendoza, the Chairman of the Committee on Agriculture.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The committee hearing was conducted last...
Your report is duly acknowledged.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. At any rate, we have a quorum during that meeting, Mr. Chair. May I proceed to the first item? First item, proposed ordinance authored by this representation establishing the Naga City Farmers' Choice Program, providing a facility for the acquisition of farm inputs and prescribing mechanisms for the sustainable implementation. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of this representation, seconded by Honorable David Casper Nathan Sirio, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod to elevate the proposed ordinance to the plenary for second reading. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second reading.
Before the decision
May we
of the...
request the Secretariat to flash here on the screen the proposed ordinance of Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Mr. Chair, with the indulgence of the body, may I request that the second reading be deferred to the next session, as after the committee hearing, I received the comments of the ICAPC, written comments of the ICAPC, and the City Agriculture Office pertaining to this ordinance, which are, I believe, are material to the effective implementation of the same. So may I request, Mr. Chair, if we can defer the second reading to the next session.
Okay. Any reaction or any objections? There being none, the motion of Councilor Mendoza to tackle this particular proposed ordinance during the next session is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. By the way, this representation relinquished the chairmanship of the committee, considering that the measures discussed were sponsored by him. Next item is the proposed ordinance authored again by this representation, institutionalizing the patas presyo para sa paraumang Nagenyo program, to uplift the lives of small farmers and promote food security. May I move to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable Mendoza, seconded by Honorable David Casper Nathan Sirio, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod to return back to the proponent the draft of the ordinance to first seek the comments and recommendations of the different stakeholders. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next item is the proposed resolution authored by Honorable David Casper Nathan A. Sirio, requesting the national government to study, enact a law, and or design a program that provides daily wage or financial assistance to rice farmers during the period of rice production as a social justice measure aimed at alleviating the plight of the sector that feeds the nation. May I move to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable David Casper Nathan Sirio, seconded by Honorable Melvin Ramon Benafe, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod to elevate the matter to the plenary for its approval. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Second. Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next item, letter dated October 17, 2025, from the City Legal Office, submitting the official comments and recommendations of the City Agriculturist Office pertaining to the proposed draft ordinance on agricultural machinery. May I move to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Considering the absence of the city legal officer or any of his authorized representative, this matter is hereby deferred.
Deferred.
Last item, Mr. Chair, proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Alan Aris Macaraig, mandating the identification of rice planted, harvested, and sold within the territorial jurisdiction of Naga City as Isarog rice. May I move to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Based on the comments and suggestions of the herein participants, the proponent, Honorable Alan Aris Macaraig, said that he will resubmit another draft ordinance upon receipt of the proposal from the ICAPC and other stakeholders. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Frank Mendoza. Next item, please.
The consolidated inspection reports on funeral establishments dated October 2025, submitted by the City Health Office.
Where is Dr. Gail Abonal Gomez? Councilor Nathan?
That should be referred to the Committee on Health.
Committee on Health?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we will refer this to the... Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
Can we also request the offices involved in the inspection to submit to the referral committee, Committee on Health, the checklist that they used in evaluating the funeral establishments? Because as presented, it's more of a narrative wherein it is not clear whether all the requirements for such establishment were complied with.
We will first refer to that motion made by Councilor Nathan Serio.
Second.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. And then the motion of Councilor Mendoza.
That is good.
Just to put it in a motion, I move that we request the concerned offices to submit that checklist that they used in evaluating the funeral establishment and to submit the same to the concerned committee, Committee on Health. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item,
The
please.
letter dated November 25, 2025 of Ms. Army Gunay, Governance Program Director, submitting feedbacks gathered from social media channels on proposed 2025 updated Naga City Children's Welfare Code.
Councilor Elmer Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is already formed part of the committee report of the Committee on Children.
Okay, thank you. Next
The
item.
revised draft of the proposed ordinance of Honorable Melvin Ramon G. Benafe regulating the use of drones and prohibiting the flying or deployment of any unregistered and unauthorized drones in areas declared as no-fly zones for safety and security considerations, providing penalties for violation and for other purposes.
Councilor Omar Buenafe.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is the revised draft of the proposed ordinance after it was approved on second reading.
So this will be on third and final reading.
Yes, Mr. Chair, it has passed through the scrutiny of the Committee on Style, and the Committee on Style made corrections on 4 words. And now this is the final copy, Mr. Chair. So,
Motion.
having passed through the various required postings also, including the
Kindly
public
make the
hearing,
final motion.
I now move, Mr. Chair, that we approve on third and final reading this proposed ordinance regulating the use of drones and prohibiting the flying or deployment of any unregistered and unauthorized drones in areas declared as no-fly zones for safety and security considerations, providing penalties for violations and for other purposes. And I so move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
The letter dated November 25, 2025 by Ms. Army Gunay, Governance Program Director, submitting feedbacks gathered from social media channels, the proposed drone regulation and safety ordinance. This was
Councilor
already
Omar Buenafe.
previously approved na. Dapat mo ito na academic.
This was already included in the final draft.
Mr. Chair, it has been already discussed and included in the final draft.
Thank you. Next item, please.
The joint position paper of Mr. Charles Dadua and Mr. Tomas Villa Carlos regarding the administrative case filed against Punong Barangay Juan Francis Mendoza and Mr. Jose Angel Guidotti Jr.
Any comment?
Blue ribbon.
Councilor Nathan Serio.
That should be referred, Mr. Chair, to the Committee on Blue Ribbon.
Committee on
Blue Ribbon.
Blue Ribbon. So this should be referred to the Committee on Blue Ribbon.
The letter dated November 19, 2025 by Mr. Wilfredo Prillas Jr., CPDO head, submitting the data turnover agreement entered into by between the city and the Philippine Statistics Authority for ratification.
Ratification. Councilor Mendoza.
I move for the ratification of that agreement, Mr. Chair. Considering that the previous resolution has a condition that it be subject to ratification. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Committee, okay na yun. The report of the Committee on Children.
Committee on Children, headed by Councilor Elmer Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may I request for the acknowledgement?
Your
of-
report is duly acknowledged.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. There is only one item that was discussed.
Was there
However,
quorum?
Mr. Chair, may I request for the conversion of the plenary as a committee of the whole?
No quorum. So again, we will convert our council into the Committee of the Whole.
Only one item, Mr. Chair. This is the proposed ordinance authored by this representation, updating the Naga City Children's Welfare Code by consolidating and harmonizing all existing local legislation on children in the City of Naga, providing funds therefore and for other purposes. May I go directly to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to elevate to the plenary the approval of the proposed ordinance subject to the submission of the revised copy containing the suggestion and modification in the committee hearing. May I discuss, Mr. Chair, the content of the proposed ordinance?
So this will be on second reading.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Please.
Containing the remarks from the committee hearing. So, may I request the summary?
The
In this-
Secretariat kindly flash on the screen the summary.
Yes, Mr. Chair. This pertains, Mr. Chair, to the Naga City Children's Welfare Code, the ordinance number 2022-036, wherein there is a consolidation of the existing ordinances from 2022 to 2025. So no new major changes, Mr. Chair, in this particular amendments, just a consolidation of the following ordinances. One, the Comprehensive Exit Program for Children Offenders, the first 1,000 days program, the institutionalization of the Naga City Children's Home, the Safety of Children Aboard Motorcycle Ordinance, the latest, Mr. Chair, the mainstreaming of the budget for children's program, and during the committee hearing, it was moved and suggested to include also the Naga City Anti-USAEC CISAIM Ordinance. These ordinances, Mr. Chair, was incorporated in this updated Naga City Children's Welfare Code.
Any comment from the council? Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I inquire if there is a provision on mandatory appropriation?
No, no, Mr. Chair. We included now the ordinance number 2025-084, the mainstreaming of the budget for children's program.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, any other comment? Reaction? Are we ready to approve this proposed ordinance? Okay, kindly make the motion, Councilor Elmer Baldemoro.
May I move, Mr. Chair, for the passage of the 2025 updated Naga City Children's Welfare Code on second reading.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That's end my report, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Baldemoro. Next item,
The
please.
report of the joint hearing of the Committees on Laws and Ordinances and Social Development.
Committee on Laws and Ordinances, headed by Councilor Uying Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, I move for the acknowledgement of the report. Of this
Your report
committee.
is duly acknowledged.
We held a committee hearing last November 28. There was no quorum. I move for the conversion of the plenary as a committee of the whole.
We are converting the plenary into the Committee of the Whole.
The first item is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Wilfredo Jude A. Jokno, City Youth Councilors Angelina F. Balatero, and Alexandria Rego, mandating the installation of tactile paving in Naga City Hall, Naga City General Hospital plazas and public transportation terminals and other designated areas. The committee resolved to defer discussion on the matter and reschedule it in another hearing considering the absence of the proponent. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
The second item is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza, deputizing the barangay treasurers of the City of Naga as collectors of Lazada fees from vendors operating without a mayor's permit, providing for a revenue sharing mechanism and for other purposes. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, please.
The Honorable Mendoza, in the said hearing, expressed his intent to withdraw the proposed ordinance. That said, Mr. Chairman, the committee resolved to
recommend to the plenary that this said proposed ordinance be archived. I so move,
Archived.
Mr. Chairman.
Second.
No objection. The motion is approved.
That ends my report, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Oying Rosales. Next item, please.
The report of the Committee on Land Use.
Committee on Land Use, headed by Councilor Jesse Albios.
Mr. Chair, may I request acknowledgement of the report of the Committee on Land Use.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The committee hearing was held on November 21, 2025, and there was no quorum. So may I request that this body be converted into a
So
committee
we
of the
are
whole.
again converting the plenary into the Committee of the Whole.
So we have here the letter dated November 13, 2025 of Engineer Mario Christopher Gumba, Engineer 1 CPDO, submitting the requested list of all pending applications for rezoning received by their office. So we have 10 items pending applicants at the City Planning and Development Office. So may I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The first disposition is to request the SP Secretary to direct the City Planning and Development Office to write the applicants to comply with the documentary requirements within 10 days upon receipt hereof. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
The second disposition is on the application of Mr. Edward Rojas of Barangay Concepcion Grande to direct the SP Secretariat to schedule the matter for committee hearing on December 5, 2025. That's this afternoon, Mr. Chair. So move.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That ends the report, Mr. Chair. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you, Councilor Jesse Albios. Next
The
item, please.
report of the joint hearing of the Committees on Infrastructure and Environment and Energy.
Committee on Infrastructure. The report will be rendered by Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I request for the acknowledgement of the report?
Your report is duly acknowledged.
There's only one single item.
Was there a quorum?
There was no quorum because majority of the members were in Cebu during that day, Mr. Chair.
Again, we are converting the plenary into the Committee of the Whole.
First item, letter dated November 27, 2023 from the City Mayor's Office requesting for the passage of a resolution expressing the city's favorable disposition toward the proposed zero-cost, data-driven waste-to-energy diversion pilot of pull to refresh within the Naga City Sanitary Landfill. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
After a very lengthy discussion, this was the disposition of the committee. The committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod, acting as a committee of the whole, and recommend the passage of a resolution expressing the city's favorable disposition to the proposal of pull to refresh for a zero-cost, data-driven waste-to-energy pilot within the Naga City Sanitary Landfill, and authorizing the city mayor to enter into, negotiate, sign, and finalize a contract of lease and a separate memorandum of agreement with pull to refresh upon compliance with all legal and regulatory requirements. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any
Second. Second, Mr. Chair.
Objection? Councilor Baldimoro.
Mr. Chair, I haven't seen the presentation or proposal on this matter. This matter, Mr. Chair, was referred to the Committee on Environment jointly with INFRA. But then the chair of the INFRA scheduled the committee hearing. Namayo kami. We attended the PCL, Mr. Chair.
So you are suggesting that another committee hearing be conducted
Or a
in the
presentation.
presence of the Committee on
Or the
Environment?
presentation in this plenary, Mr. Chair. So we could see the proposal of Mr. Erin.
Erin.
Councilor Mendoza.
I am amenable to that suggestion, Mr. Chair. In fact, the proponent is here and is ready to make a presentation on this proposed project. If the chair would permit that we suspend the rule and allow the proponent to make his presentation.
Okay, the rules are suspended. We invite, what's the name?
Mr. Erin.
Erin Mendoza.
Erin.
Hello there.
Good morning.
I do have some images I can show if there's HDMI, or I can just describe them. It's a technical question. Would you guys prefer that I hook my computer up so that I could show some images?
Good.
Okay.
Abot yan.
Yes, please occupy that podium there.
But I have this.
Abot.
Do you have the couple?
Tabangin na nito.
Or I could just set it back there. Yeah, let me do that. Okay. Good, thank you, that'll work. Okay. This is the wrong presentation.
Okay, please.
Okay. Thank you, Vice Mayor, and thank you, Honorable Council. So, our company is called Pull to Refresh, and we have prepared a no-cost pilot that paves the way to making your landfill last 10 times longer. And that's the real value to the people of Naga. The problems that we're addressing. So right now I'm told that there's between 2 and 3 years left on the current landfill. and that a new compliant landfill is going to cost significant upfront capital. And NAGA has published a 10-year diversion goal, and not all of these goals are being met yet. Meanwhile, there's additionally a regional problem here in Bicol. There's 82 illegal dump sites. Now, while NAGA's compliant, the neighbors are not compliant. And what this leads to is also a lot of incineration, and that contributes to the negative health outcomes of the people of Naga. I'm sure we've all smelled the smell of burning garbage from the neighboring LGUs. And specifically in the Bicol region, the 10-year plans are not getting approved. So many LGUs around here have submitted a plan and it doesn't get approved, which means that the way people are dealing with garbage around here is not compliant. And NAGA is the answer to that, because you guys have the sanitary landfill, and we propose bringing in our waste to energy solution to help extend the life of your landfill as well as solve the neighboring LGU's problems. The way that we do this is with this type of a shredder, which shreds the garbage up into small handheld pieces, and then a dryer, which is like you see at the laundromat. It just tumbles and it spins the pieces of garbage while hot air is being blown through. The result of just that simple process is that you have this fluffy, dried out garbage that can actually be used as a coal alternative. And this is where we differ from past waste to energy solutions, because this is easy to get up and running and to pilot very quickly without a large investment. This is an outline of what the facility that we would host and pay for and manage and run on your sanitary landfill on a 200 square meter area that we have already visited and identified with Joel P. Martin, the lead engineer of waste management. Here we are at the proposed site, and there's a computer rendering of what it would look like to get up and running this small pilot to see how it goes and inform NAGA along the way with reports of all of the data that we get from this pilot. Also, what's unique about our company is that we use artificial intelligence to understand what is in the garbage. And this is very important because knowing what's in the garbage tells us if it was plastic or if it was a coconut shell. And this distinction has implications to lower the cost of NAGA even more, because if it was a coconut shell or some food scraps, that represents carbon. And if this is a first of its kind solution that can identify what the carbon content is of the garbage, and that can lead to future additional revenue to help lower costs.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilor
may I
Manimor.
interrupt?
Sure.
Could we invite Engineer Martin in this session, Mr. Chair?
Okay, kindly invite Engineer Joel Martin to attend the session. Okay, please proceed.
Okay. So another reason that our startup company is attracted to NAGA specifically is because there's already a DENR compliant area where the landfill is, and that has an ECC. However, we would need to apply for our own ECC. And so we're interested in doing this here in Naga City because this is a path that will be fast. If we start choosing other locations, they don't have DAR converted land that we can easily get a hold of, and that's why it's a great partnership to work here in Naga. The other thing that's important to understand is that as a new company, and also to attract innovation to Naga, we need to recognize that new companies don't have any financial history. So we're a foreign company. So we have $0, 0 pesos ever earned in this country, and therefore we cannot win any public procurement bids because we won't have the pre-required qualifications. However, our solution to that is to build this small pilot and to start with direct contracts from a few neighboring LGUs. This keeps the pilot no cost to Naga City while still showing Naga all of the learnings from running this equipment. From there, we would expand to small value procurement, which is a jump up in the size that we'll be able to get. And that'll pave the way for a future where if Naga does choose to create public bidding for the types of services that we will have piloted, we will therefore qualify because we will have built up some financial track record. You know, in collaboration with Joel P. Martin, who I hope can join us shortly, we've looked at the facility that's there, and you can see that blue area. That's 2 hectares that could be used per Joel P. Martin's recommendation for waste to energy. With that, we could support not only all of the LGU, Naga's garbage, but 30 additional LGUs in the area. There is enough space because of how small the equipment is that turns waste into energy to, if we wanted to in the future, if the pilot goes really well, we could really clean up this whole region. And you can see in blue, what's proposed is this phase 1 initial pass. And this initial pass is, by the way, no commitment to Naga. If at any time in this phase 1 pilot, Naga City doesn't want to continue, the proposal is that you have that power. And it's no commitment or promise to us that we would do anything larger. That's why it's not a PPP. And at this point, I would like to open it up to any questions that might exist and anything I can help people with their understanding.
Reaction? Yes, Councilor Aris Macaraig.
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, on my part, I support the approval of the resolution authorizing the city mayor to enter into an agreement and a contract of lease with the Pool to Refresh. This has been presented to us also before the Committee on Infrastructure together with Engineer Martin, and we have exhaustively, and together with Councilor Toto Jokno, and we have exhaustively.
So in other words, Councilor Aris, this was discussed with Engineer Joel Martin.
Yes, Mr. Chair,
okay.
Together with the Councilor Toto Jokno, and just to highlight, Mr. Chair, they will lease a portion of the San Isidro, test out their new technology in the span of 1 year, and this will be covered by necessary permits from the DNR. They cannot operate. We will prevent them to operate if they will operate without the permits.
It would violate the lease.
Because it violates the lease. So basically, Mr. Chair, they want to rent a part of the landfill, and then they want to take solid waste, for their
pilot project.
And that is, I think, a win-win situation, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
So we are now. Yes, question, Councilor Baldimoro.
Mr. Chair, I understand that they will rent a portion of our sanitary landfill for 200 square meters. So on that 200 square meters, they will construct a waste-to-energy facility?
Correct.
Okay.
Kasya ba siya? On 200 meters? 200 square meters?
Yeah, it'll be a small pilot that can handle what you could think of as about 1% of Naga's garbage. And from there, we can evaluate together if it's something that we want to expand.
So how many garbage could facilitate in that 200 square meters portion?
So we've already purchased the equipment to handle 3 tons a day, so we would set that up right away.
On only 3 tons a day.
And we could choose, because it's modular, to expand up to 36 tons a day, which is significant towards the 170 tons that Naga produces.
Mr. Chair, during the budget hearing, Engineer Martin informed us that we collected 170 tons a day.
A day.
And they will only process 3 tons.
Yeah, so this
what will happen to the 167?
So
no, I believe, Councilor Baldimoro, the group of ARIN is set to come up with a pilot project just to show how effective or how ineffective is their technology.
Yes, Mr. I understand, Mr. Chair. So I am questioning what will happen to the remaining 167.
Okay, there's a good answer to that question. So the remaining 167 tons will be put into the Naga City landfill the way it is every single day, and in 2 or 3 years, that landfill will be full, and there will need to be millions of pesos spent on expanding into a new landfill, unless this pilot goes well. And that is the offer to Naga City, is to show that we don't have to do that. There's a better way. We can be turning this garbage into energy. And so we'll show that with, yes, a very small pilot, but we are prepared to bring in as much investment as is called for, as much investment as we can contract. But we would need to go into agreements that would be very carefully put together in a compliant way with Naga about how we would prevent you from having to incur that expense in your future landfill. And so with those future deals, we are prepared to expand this to the full size of your needs.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
I understand that they will test and Naga City will be their pilot area. However, Mr. Chair, my apprehension is, what if there is another proponent that could address the whole tons of garbage to us?
Mr. Chair, if I may-
Councilor Mendoza.
If there is another proponent, the city can still consider them, notwithstanding the presence of
PTR.
Pull to refresh, PTR. So it is a non-exclusive agreement with PTR. And again, just to reiterate, they will only occupy 200 square meters and they will pay rent to the city. And also, the garbage that they take, which at this moment being a pilot, it's only up to 3 tons, Mr. Chair, they would still pay the city for the garbage that they get from us. And any residual resulting from their processing, which they throw into the SLF, they would still pay also to us. So itong basurang kinuha ninda, babayaran ninda, itong tadang iapon sa SLF, babayaran man. And they will also pay for the lot that they occupy. Now, this is not a one-shot deal, because as the project progresses and they find, they resolve any issues, they would scale up as the years go by. So Sangguniang, siguro 3 tons, but maybe 6 months after or a year after, it could be 30 tons, and so on and so forth, until they are able to make a large capacity facility. But in the event that it would be a large capacity, they would undergo procurement. Kumbaga, dawayaw na sinda dyan, they have no prior right that in case there is a need for a larger facility na itatautan na sa inda. None. Kung sino manggana, then it would go to them. Pero kung sino madaog, it would go to other bidders.
Okay.
I understand, Mr. Chair. So just put up that this is not exclusive to them, and other proponent could still offer to the city government. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Irene.
Thank you.
Irene.
Irene.
Thank you, Council. Thank you.
Sorry,
Mayor,
I
Vice
cannot
Mayor.
pronounce your name correctly.
Alice, not Alice, Mr.
So the rules are back in force.
Motion.
So with that, Mr. Chair, may I reiterate the motion?
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Next item, please.
New business, the endorsement from the Budget Office forwarding the 2025 supplemental budget of SK Barangay Dayang.
Committee on Appropriations.
The letter dated November 25 of Dr. Joseph Sanchez requesting revision of the rate for cardiac to the echocardiogram services of the Naga City
Committee
General
on
Hospital.
Ways and Means.
The resolution number 2025-001 of the City Solo Parents Federation requesting increase in the annual budget allocation for barangay
Committee on
Solo
Social
Parents.
Development.
The proposed ordinance of Honorable Serio, the Naga City Comprehensive HIV and AIDS Prevention, Treatment, Care, and Support Ordinance.
Committee on Health.
The letter dated October 18 from Ms. Agostia Gohit, resident, Basca, Concepcion Grande, endorsing various proposals for the welfare of senior citizens.
Committee on Social Development.
The proposed ordinance of Honorable Sergio renaming the Naga City National Road from boundary of Barangay Peña Francia, traversing San Felipe, Pacol, Carolina, and Panequason to Senator Tecla San Andres Siga.
Committee on Laws and Ordinances.
The endorsement from the office endorsing the annual budget of SK of Barangay Tabuco.
Committee on Appropriations.
Other matters, email dated...
Before we proceed to other matters, I wish to acknowledge the presence of the department head of the SWAMO, Engineer Joel Martin. Thank you very much for being here. We already resolved the issue. Thank you. Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez.
Yes, Mr. Chair, there was a matter last session referred to the Committee on Social Welfare. This is pertaining to the request of the Nasilgea to charge 2 employees for the raffle tickets. Mr. Chair, there's really no action needed from the Sangguniang. So instead, Mr. Chair, the concern was referred to the HR. So may I request, Mr. Chair, that this be pulled out from the Committee on Social Welfare and Services. Pulled out from the Committee on Social Welfare and Services.
And we will refer this to
the HR, Mr. Chair.
the HR, okay?
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
So we will refer that matter to the HR instead of the Committee on Social Development.
Social welfare. Instead of social welfare.
Social welfare, okay.
Other matters, the email dated November 20, 2025 from the Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines pertaining to the call for participants in the 2025 Freedom of Information LGU Conference in Baguio.
Noted.
The email dated November 20, 2025 from the LG-Naga pertaining to the 2025 Local Legislative Award.
Noted.
Violation.
Yes, Councilor Balimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may we know who will be the representative from the Sangguniang in this awarding ceremony tomorrow?
The members of the 14th Sangguniang Panlungsod.
The DILG is requesting for the name.
We can send Councilor Jesse Albios, Councilor Oying Rosales,
So,
Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez, Councilor Omar Buenafe,
We will ask for gasoline.
and Councilor Maria Corazon Peñaflor. You were part of the 14th Sangguniang Panlungsod.
Gibson.
And Councilor Jepson Felix. Councilor Frank Mendoza was not part of the 14th Sangguniang. So, okay?
Okay.
So, Councilor Rosales, Councilor Buenafe.
Buenafe.
Hindi po, naghahagad lang po kayang confirmation, ma-submit lang. So, Councilor Rosales, Councilor Buenafe, Peñaflor, and Jepson Felix, together with our SP Secretary, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Next item.
Copy of memorandum dated November 27 from the legal office addressed to the Honorable City Mayor recommending for endorsement to the Sangguniang draft resolution authorizing contract of lease and memorandum of agreement with Pool to Refresh Philippines Incorporated Waste to
Okay,
Energy
we
Pilot
take note of
Project.
this.
The letter dated November 24 from Punong Barangay Maria Cristina Intia of Dinaga addressed to Honorable City Mayor requesting the conduct of another public consultation on the Esplanade project in their barangay.
Shall we take note of this or shall we refer this to a committee? Huh?
Esplanade. Dinaga.
Esplanade. Oh, we take note of this. Noted.
Noted.
Next item. Councilor Balimoro.
A request from the Barangay Dinaga So we might refer this matter to the office concerned who conducted the public hearing. The
What
barangay
office?
official is requesting for another public hearing.
What specific office conducted the public hearing?
DPWH, Mr. Chair.
Could we refer this matter, Mr. Chair, to the City Planning and City Engineer's Office?
Okay, we will refer this letter to the City Planning and Development Office and the City Engineer's Office.
Nominal voting.
Councilor Rosales? Councilor Valdemoro?
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may I seek for the reconsideration of the order of business by including as item number 13 of the special business or order a resolution endorsing the I Engage ordinance for the Gawad Galing Local na Batas. This will be submitted to the Philippine Councilors League and the awarding ceremony will be held on March 2026.
Councilor Rosales?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, so that's included?
So on joint and collective motion, Mr. Chair.
Joint and collective. Next item, please.
Nominal voting.
Councilor Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the proposed ordinance of the Honorable Elmer Valdemoro, the ordinance updating the Naga City Children's Welfare Code, be approved on third and final reading.
Second, Mr.
Second.
No objection?
Ay, ikaw ka pa? May second.
That, it was already approved. Huh?
There's also another ordinance, Mr. Chairman, from the Honorable Albius, which was approved on second reading earlier. May I also move that it be approved on third and final reading.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Move to adjourn, Mr. Chairman.
Adjourn.
Ayun na, third na po.